Hey there, how's it going? I am MisterBo and we are back with some more Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled Adventure Mode. So last week we played through the first hub world up to Ripperoo to celebrate the 1 year anniversary of Nitro-Fueled, and in that video I said, hey, if you want to see me play through the rest of the adventure mode, let me know. And well, that video seemed to do pretty well, so I thought, let's go ahead, let's go to the Lost Ruins, let's try take on Pappu, because a lot has happened since we did that last video. Mainly the reveal of Crash Bandicoot 4, so we're going to be talking about that as we play through here. So let's head up to our first race, and I believe it's going to be Coco Park, so let's hop into that and try win it. Cool. Race number 1. We have a new little setup going on at the moment. Last time we were Entropy to sort of build up the hype for the Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time reveal. We're playing as a Hunter Fisherman Polo, I believe. This skin is indeed cool. I don't think I've really ever seen anyone use it. And of course we are flaunting our master wheels, something I'm never going to take off now that I've unlocked them. Alright, we're being a bit sloppy here. Let's tighten up our turns and try and lap these AI. I'm trying to think what other tracks we have coming up in this hub world that is going to cause me a problem. I can't really think of any. I know Oxide Station against the AI can sometimes be a little bit of a tricky one if there's a lot of weapon spam, but doing pretty well at the moment. So yeah, Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time has now been officially revealed. There were only leaks in the last episode, and I must say, from what we're seeing so far, I am absolutely all for it. I've done a video on the channel talking about my honest opinions on what I think about the visual design, what they've shown off in terms of gameplay, and I've also gone over some things that I'm maybe a little bit worried about in terms of length of the game and stuff like that. But I'm very, very excited. Now, personally, I would really love to see in maybe like a year or two a new kart racer game for Crash Bandicoot using the new visual design that they've introduced with Crash Bandicoot 4. I think that would be really cool to see. Obviously, we're probably not going to be seeing all 55 characters that are in this game in Crash Bandicoot 4, so there might be some characters we never really see what they'd look like with these graphics, which I think would be a bit of a shame. Something I would love to know is, in the comments below, let me know, out of all the characters that are in this game, who would you like to see being Crash Bandicoot 4 with a completely brand new sort of look to them with the new visual style? I mentioned that in my Lowdown podcast that I'd like to see N-Trance be possibly in Crash Bandicoot 4, and one of my favourites is Big Norm and Small Norm. I think they'd be really cool characters to throw into that as well. With the whole time travel and dimensions thing, I think there's a strong possibility we could see any of the characters that are in this game make a return in Crash Bandicoot 4. I really do. Obviously, we're probably going to be seeing the Iron Checkpoint crate, so we don't need to worry about that one. Tiger Temple. One of the ones I completely struggled with when it came to the developer time trial. Trying to do the grass cut was just a nightmare, and it took me quite a few attempts to actually be able to perfect the grass turn, and then be able to nail that on every lap, and then go ahead and try and actually beat the dev time. It was definitely a tricky one. But we managed to do it in the end, and again, if you are struggling with Entropy, Oxide, Velo, or even the dev times, just keep trying. Practice makes perfect. I was struggling with the Oxide time trials when this game first came out. I was then struggling with the Velo time trials a bit, and then these ones absolutely wrecked me. But we got there in the end. Now, it's a bit of a shame we didn't get an anniversary update. I think a lot of people were kind of holding out hope we were getting one. Oh dear, hit the flames there. We didn't get anything on the day of, and then a lot of people were like, oh, maybe we'll get one, the week after. And unfortunately, we didn't, which makes me believe, and I think the rest of the community are probably pretty set on this now, that is kind of it for Nitro-Fueled content. I think a lot of people were hoping for Willy Wampa Cheeks, Rusty Walrus. I know a lot of people wanted after he was heavily teased in Mega Mix Mania. Madame Amberly. I know a lot of people also wanted Evil Crash, who is from Twinsanity, who's also teased in Nina's Nightmare. And my driving at the moment completely sucks. But yeah, it is a shame. Willy Wampa Cheeks was in like the first ever data mine, so we were kind of thinking, oh, he's going to make it in no matter what. Maybe, again, if we get a new Crash Bandicoot racing game in a year or two, we will possibly see the characters who didn't make it into this game make it into that game, which I think would be cool. I hope we get a new kart racing game in a couple of years, because while I really love Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled, the player base is obviously going to go down, and eventually there won't be anyone to play against online. So giving us a new game would hopefully refresh the player base, and maybe they could add crossplay, maybe they could fix the things that went wrong with this game in terms of the online multiplayer, giving us more modes. Maybe we'll get a completely brand new adventure mode, or maybe they'll do sort of a remake of Nitro Kart. However, I feel like a remake of the Nitro Kart adventure mode would probably be a bit of a letdown at this point, because we've had all the tracks in this game, we've had all the characters in this game. We don't really want to see those again in another kart racer. Give us completely brand new things, brand new adventure mode, brand new tracks, give us like 20 brand new tracks, maybe introduce some new characters. Perhaps there's going to be some characters in Crash Bandicoot 4 that are brand new to the series, and they could implement those into a new kart racer. Or perhaps the new quantum masks we're seeing could be in this new kart racer as new power-ups, and they give you different things. Maybe instead of the clock, you activate that brand new time mask, and that slows down everyone around you. I think that would be a really cool little addition to a new game to sort of make it still feel fresh, but also keep it true to what Crash Team Racing kart games are. Okay, on to the next one. Is this Pappu's Pyramid? I can't remember which one this is down here. Pappu's Pyramid. My number one track in the game. A lot of people disagreed with that, but I still hold true to that. My favorite track in the original game, my favorite track in this game as well. There's something just about it. I do prefer the visual style in the original game. It was a lot more sort of jungle secret temple, whereas in this game it's a little bit more like shiny gold kind of temple, if that makes sense. I definitely preferred the sort of more rustic feel of Pappu's Pyramid in the original. Speaking of Pappu, he is someone I'd be very curious to see if they're in Crash Bandicoot 4. I feel like he's always a good one to implement in when you want a boss fight on Wumpa Island, because obviously he lives there as well. I know everyone kind of lives there, but I feel like he kind of wants to take ownership of the island, if that makes sense. Here we go. Let's see if we can get a perfect go around the pyramid. Never used to be able to do it in the original game. Practiced in this, and then we got it. Nope, we're getting spammed out with weapons by the AI. Always a good one. Let's hop on the boost pad. I don't think we're going to be able to maintain that. Nope. Lucky for us, there's a lot of shortcuts here, and the AI don't ever take them. I think that would have been a nice sort of addition. Is maybe, maybe we'd have had, can I make this? Yeah, I can. An extra sort of harder difficulty AI, which is the same as this, but they're willing to take shortcuts. Wow, we're getting hit by all the items today. Yeah, they're willing to take the shortcuts, maybe like Entropy does in this game. If you didn't play the original game, then when it came to Entropy's ghost, he would never actually hit any of the shortcuts in the tracks, I don't believe. And then they changed that in this game. Let's get a nice boost. And we still got one more lap to go. The AI are actually quite close behind me. That is going to give me some distance between them. But yeah, it was kind of strange seeing that. The first time I did an Entropy race, I was like, wait, hold on, he's taking that shortcut. That's new. But obviously I think they needed to sort of change it up, otherwise it might have been too easy. And then Oxide takes some shortcuts which I didn't even really know were in this game. Mainly the one on Polar Pass, which when we get to that in Glacier Park we will attempt. But yeah, that is a shortcut I didn't even know you could do in the original game. I know there was sort of the shortcut over the fence, which a lot of people did, which they blocked out of this, I believe. But yeah, we'll try to do the big boy shortcut, as the community have named it, when we get to Polar Pass. Right, on to the final race before Pappu. I believe it's Dingo Canyon. Yes, indeed it is. One of my favourites, again. Boom, let's get a good start here. I'm not going to attempt the shortcut. I don't want to fail this race. Let's try and get some good speed here. We might, if I'm very lucky, I might actually be able to lap, or come close to lapping some of the AI here. We didn't manage to maintain that there, so probably not anymore. But yeah, this one for the dev time trial was easier than I thought it was going to be, but I had to learn how to do the shortcut. And that armadillo right at the end of the track is going to be one of the most infuriating objects to avoid in this game. For some reason, I think it's probably the height you're coming at. You just never know if you're actually going to hit it. I remember watching Wumpa Lewis's run, actually, of this, and I think he rage quit, if I remember correctly, because he was about to beat the dev time, but he hit that armadillo and just absolutely rage quit. And again, I hit it again. I don't know what it is. I just always seem to hit it. Maybe it's just me having bad luck. That one's easy to avoid. We've got a whirlpool coming after us, which is nice. Boom. But yeah, it's just the one object in this game that I think I've hit the most. I can't think of another object in another track. Maybe the barrels in Sewer Speedway if I get super unlucky coming around a corner. But let's try not hit it on the final lap here. Where is it? Yep, we've hit it, and then we've hit our own potion. Good end to that race. Hey, we still won. The AI really needs to step up their game here. And there we go. That is the final trophy for Lost Ruins. Let's take on the big man himself, Pappu. I mentioned in the last video that I thought, at least in the original game, he was one of the hardest bosses. I still love these like new animations. I wonder why they picked for Pappu to be a boss in this game. Right, let's hop in. Wonder what like the process was like. Okay, for instance, Pinstripe, Joe, Pappu, and Ripperoo, they're the bosses in this game, but like someone who's like Tiny Tiger and Dingo Dial, who were bosses in previous games, they're not bosses in this game. They're playable characters straight from the beginning. I wonder what was the like process behind that. Also, probably the reason this was a hard boss for me back in the original CTR was because I couldn't do that pyramid. And with the potions on it as well, probably was even harder. So let's see what we can do here. I can't really remember if he's that hard in this game. Whoa, we get a super boost start there. We get TNT on his head. Man, he's going quick. Pappu is rapid. How is he going that quick? Obviously, he doesn't take the shortcuts either. That gives us like our lead there. But he is zooming for a boss. Should we be good, easy on him and like just take the normal route? See if he can catch up. Yeah, I'm well impressed with how quickly he got off the start line and then took... Oh, I've hit my own TNT. Took this pyramid. I'm going to fail it. I wonder what the decision between like not adding someone like Embryo and Koala Kong into this game as well. Obviously we have them now, but in the original... Let's go this way. Or maybe they were supposed to be in this game. I don't really know, and they were cut, or... Yeah, I wonder what the situation was there. Because then obviously Koala Kong and Embryo were added into Crash Bash. Oh, we've definitely won this. We've got a nice lead on Pappu here. He's not gonna catch us up now, but I am impressed with his start. I think that's like the quickest start I've ever seen a boss have. Don't think even Komodo Joe or Pinstripe has that quick a start, other than Oxide, but you know, Oxide cheats, so we don't really accept that. And that is how you beat Pappu. Boom, boom, boom. We're done. Let's have a little cutscene where he eats the donut, or he gets a donut from somewhere.
Maybe Papu not eating a big breakfast.
Hey, look, is that William P?
Fast for being so small. Here's key to help. Darkside much bigger problem for you. Him not as big, but him much more grumpy.
And there you have it. That is Pappu. And that is going to wrap it for this episode. We have now completed Lost Ruins and we're heading into Glacier Park to take on Blizzard Bluff, Polar Pass, Tiny Arena and Dragon Mines, and obviously take on Komodo Joe. So yeah, let me know if you want me to continue with this even more and head on right through the rest of the adventure mode. Also, if you guys have any cool combos for characters, carts, paint jobs and all that stuff, then let me know and I'm more than happy to try some of them out in the next couple of videos. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this, and if you did, click that like button because it really does help out the channel. If you aren't already, subscribe because there's going to be a lot more Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled, Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time, and a bunch of other games coming up on the channel that you won't want to miss. Thank you very much for hanging out with me and for watching. I really do appreciate it. And as always, take care. Bye-bye.